Well, that,
Why are we saying this?
well, I guess that's farewell. Well, I guess that's farewell to arms. Give me a tight fit.
Real tight squeeze.
Little hiccup in the road. We are currently going to Cruise Animal Hospital.
We'd way rather miss a dinner and know, good or bad, what the result is.
Key West has continued to be incredible and exceed our expectations. We hopped in the truck and drove a little over 1,300 miles in just 2 days, all in an effort to escape Ohio winter back home. On our way down, we stayed at a beautifully secluded harvest host and stopped off at the happiest place on earth. And while we've only just been in the Keys for a few short days, we've already experienced some incredible sunsets as well as the incredible sea life found down here in Key West. Now we're headed into downtown Key West to be a little bit more touristy.
So we made it into Key West. We're officially in Key West. We're gonna go walk to the southernmost point, see if we can get onto or get into one of the museums that I want to see, and see what we can get into for a little while.
We did it. We made it to the southernmost point of Florida, of the states.
We did it.
If you don't count Hawaii. There was a little bit of a line there, which sucked. Actually, it didn't suck. I didn't expect there to be a line. It moved fast. It was fine. The only thing not knowing better was the sun rises behind it, so any photos you take are really washed out. So if you care about quality or picture clarity like I do, then go in the afternoon or the evening so the sun will be on the other side. Otherwise, you're gonna get a washed out photo.
A local developer will purchase everything. He will give the house eventually to the state of Florida as a presidential museum. The house is currently owned by the state of Florida. It is the only presidential museum in the state of Florida.
We just did the
Harry Truman
Little White House.
White House.
It was very
Awesome.
cool. Unfortunately, we weren't allowed to take any footage in there. We did not know. You have to arrange something with the manager ahead of time. They primarily do it to preserve. They were about flash photography.
Yeah, and the
wearing down, fabrics
and everything. It was incredible.
It's
and
cool.
So interesting to hear who has been there, what they do there, and how he made it his little White House in the Keys.
Yeah, it's truly amazing the things that he did there, the people that have been there.
Yeah.
It was a fun little tour. Nice little step back in time.
Awesome.
I think it was $22.50 per person, and it was definitely worth it. If you like
Very worth
history,
it.
you should check it out. Our guide tour was fantastic. She gave a lot of good detail, answered a lot of questions. So if you're in the area, check it out.
Little hiccup in the road. We are currently going to Cruise Animal Hospital. Our 15-year-old beagle was looking a little funny. Just want to get her checked out a little bit. We have dinner reservations tonight at 5:15. It's 3 o'clock right now. She just looked like she did a couple months back when she had taken a little stumble down the stairs at home. So we think that might have happened again when she was going up the stairs from the camper earlier today. And it's finally catching up with her. She's old. She's not young anymore, so things like that take a little bit more of a toll on her.
We'd way rather miss a dinner and know, good or bad what the result is, then
Yeah.
go to dinner, not enjoy dinner because we're both worried about her, and then all night be up worried about her. So
Yeah.
dinner is whatever. We can have dinner anytime.
So, just about an hour later, all is well. We don't really know what happened. We don't know if she was just anxious because we were gone. Better safe than sorry. We got it checked out. We can feel a little bit better. She's back there, peacefully sleeping now.
We have been fortunate enough until now to not need to use laundry. We always have enough or have backups, but unfortunately, Lady not feeling well last night. She had an accident on the bed. Luckily, we always keep a spare set of everything, and then we're at the laundromat today. I mean, nothing special about it, but for us, it's the first time in 3 years we've had to use one, so I'm glad we had everything, including Ty, on hand for this, and we're going to wash it again just in case Lay's not feeling well and something else happens. At least we then again have another clean pair. So on our way back from our second vet trip, Lady didn't sleep all night. She made an accident in bed, so we had to bring her back in. They went through the normal gamut, and we left with pain pills. Is what it is, but being that we are leaving them alone for a handful of hours tomorrow to fly the Tortugas, it's better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
We'll fly better. My pro tip would be, after being here for several days, if you're going anywhere on the island, add 15 to 20 minutes. The speeds on the roads here are anywhere from 35 up to 55. At night, most of the roads drop down to 35. But it's one lane each way. Pretty much every single time we've driven on this road, we're stuck behind someone going 10 to 15 miles under the speed limit, and you're waiting for a gap to pass them. There's not even traffic.
It's not traffic.
It's always just one or two people going 15 miles under the speed limit.
Don't let the island drive get you down.
We are off this morning to go to the Dry Tortugas, and the stars are still out. It's incredible.
We're walking around the airport. We are international businessmen.
We are international businessmen.
The truth is, my friend, he does this thing where he goes to airports with fake luggage to pick up girls. And we followed some here to Philadelphia. That's it. That's all this is.
Nobody's that lame.
Yes, he's that lame. Tell him you're that lame. We are international businessmen.
Oh, come on!
Do you see what I'm carrying here? Look at this. Do you ever feel like you're not supposed to be somewhere?
That's here?
That's here.
Give me a tight fit.
Real tight squeeze.
We made it.
We made it.
How was it?
Good. The plane ride was good. Chris was our pilot, who was
Awesome.
insightful and educational. It was good.
Bucket list right here.
Originally called Las Tortugas, or the Turtles, due to the abundance of sea turtles. The name was then later changed to the Dry Tortugas, when it was discovered the island had no fresh drinking water. Located roughly 70 miles from Key West, Florida, the Dry Tortugas are a small group of islands and coral reefs making up the beautiful and isolated national park. Accessible only by ferry or seaplane, these islands are home to Fort Jefferson, a massive 19th century fortress that was once used as a military prison during the Civil War. But the real magic of the Dry Tortugas lies in the vibrant coral reefs and diverse marine life of its waters. Unfortunately, while we were here, the waters were a little murky, but snorkeling next to an old fort was still an incredible experience on its own.
Yeah, we're about halfway around it. This is pretty cool.
This is awesome. This is so much fun.
We really recommend you add this to your bucket list. Pack your snorkel gear and take a seaplane out to visit the unique and beautiful Dry Tortugas.
How was your snorkel? That was gorgeous. Whew. So that about wraps it up for us. We did the half day.
Yeah.
We were able to see the fort in about an hour or less. And then we swam 3/4 of the way around the fort in the water, doing some snorkeling. We bumped into someone in our group who said the rest of it was just murky and there was nothing there, so we turned around, but we effectively swam around the entire fort, which is really cool.
Just about, yeah.
Something just cool about swimming in the water next to a fort.
It's really cool. There's so much there. You can see part of like the bricks that have, decayed into the water.
Yeah. We flew in. I would definitely recommend it. The information was great. Our pilot Chris was phenomenal, and you just get here so quick. I think it was
30 minutes.
Well, the plane is 30 to 45 minutes. What was the boat ride? Like
2
hours each way. So 2 hours each way, or half hour to 45 minutes plus. Get to see it from the clouds. Mel saw some turtles. I saw some sharks on the way over. It was really cool.
And
So
the shipwrecks. So
your national parks are a treasure. So check them out.
they're beautiful.
Ooh. But say it in your best James Bond.
I can't do a British accent.
Do it with Sean Connery then. Farewell to arms.
See, you actually, no, you need to do it.
Farewell to arms. Well done.
Why are we saying this?
Well, I guess that's farewell. Well, I guess that's farewell to arms. Because Timothy Dalton, which is not Sean Connery, filmed a movie here.
Live and let die.
I guess it's farewell to arms.
And I'm supposed to dive off. Ready? Farewell to arms.
We made it to Duval. Lunch was at Moondog. Delicious. I had a fresh catch fish sandwich. He had a burger. Both very delicious. And we got some cold drinks to go. Definitely worth going there.
One of the better places we ate.
I would say yes, 100%. It wasn't fried food. It was delicious.
It was good.
Conch fritters are hot.
How is it?
Gooey. Our second state park.
Well, technically we're just here to swim, but yes.
Here to swim. Nothing to see.
We were told this is really good snorkeling, but
Unless there's somewhere else.
it's not. Get back to the kids.
Yeah, last dinner in the Keys.
We are hurriedly running down to catch the last sunset of our day here in Key West.
Started with sunrise, ended with sunset.
This was a really cool trip. So the Turtle Hospital was great. It was only about 15 minutes from us, and it's a nonprofit just rescuing turtles, doing some incredible work. It's very informational. Your tour guide walks you through, tells you, what they're doing there, tells you about the turtles.
Morning, Rebel. How are you? So, he is a beautiful, full-grown male loggerhead. He came to us back in 1991.
Explains the life cycle of things they go through, how us as humans impact them, and how we're affecting their
We're
life
not
cycle.
great. Climate's not great, and
It's
we're not great.
It's more than just straws.
I learned
very,
so
very
much.
cool, but very sad. Then you get to go through and see all the holding tanks, see the turtles they rescued.
They even have a special tank for hurricanes. So when a hurricane does come through here, all of their turtles go into these special tanks so that none of them get harmed during the storm.
You get to see there's some turtles that even if they're healthy, but they have certain things, specifically a condition called bubble butt, where their shell's been cracked and then micro bubbles get in there and it causes them to float.
Back end to float up.
Yeah, so they can't get their head above water to breathe. They put some counterweights on there to help level them out, but they can never be released into the wild because their shell will shed and they'll have the same problem again. So you get to walk around, see all the tanks, see some of the turtles that are lifelong members, or some that are currently on their way through recovery and then will be released back in the wild. And I just had so much fun. We ended up, at the end, they're like, you can adopt a turtle for $35. So you better believe we adopted a turtle. We adopted Handsome Bowie. It's $35 and it just helps them with medication and other stuff, so we did that.
And you get updates in the mail about how they're doing. So either way, we are catching our last sunset. Turtle Hospital was amazing. Got to go and do that, which was so much fun. Learned a lot. Great tour guide. Everything was awesome.
But the nice thing is, if you're like us and never been here, you can do Duval Street all in one day. You can park at Mallory parking lot, head up the street just over from Duval, see mile marker 0, see the Hemingway house, see the lighthouse.
See the Truman Little White House.
That was very cool as well. You can cut over, go down Duval, have lunch. We went to Sloppy Joe's and that was a really, really good food as well. This was just a great trip.
Manatees, iguanas, lizards.
We stayed at an RV park that had manatees, which is something new for us. Maybe that's normal for everyone else, but that was really cool for us. But we did almost 30 hours over 3 days straight down here, and
we had an awesome time. It was so much fun. The camper has made it to the Keys, and that's amazing. The dogs have made it to the Keys. which is a huge milestone because our little beagle is 15 and she made it to the Florida Keys, and our puppy is 1 and she also made it to the Florida Keys. I know that's not super exciting, but that's exciting.
If you're
for
a dog
us.
parent, you know it's exciting.
2 thumbs up
3 thumbs up.
and 4 if you count
The one
camera hand.
The camera hand. So,
But we saw manatees. Oh, we said that already, but we saw manatees. I'm just so excited about it. We had so much fun. Went to an island, the most remote national park there is. Got our passport stamped. Snorkeled around the fort. So cool.
the Tortugas
So
were
many
great.
things to do.
So we have to pack up, and we're headed home tomorrow. But this was a great trip, and the Keys are good. So if you've never been down here, you should check it out.